basketball, the number one source of injury in males 25 to 45.
Is that right?
In the country. Is it worth it, bro? Is there anything less cute than a guy over competing in recreational basketball? Oh, come on! That is disgusting. That is disgusting behavior. Lost friends over it. Welcome back to Oops the Podcast.
All right, lots to unpack here.
I got something for you.
Please. Julio, I don't know where you came up with that idea.
Dude, this guy was a huge turkey.
What is this, Japan? Which is
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I hadn't told you about it.
No, and I also just assumed you were saving it for the pod if you were going to tell me,
Yeah.
which of course you were.
Oh,
But-
yeah. Hi, guys. Welcome back. We good, Chris?
Yeah.
To Oops the Podcast. I'm Francis. That's Julio.
Yo,
We're
yo,
joined
yo.
by Ryan and Chris, as ever. Our team. The team. Whoa! Julio just touched my pinky.
You guys are watching on YouTube.
Creeping.
There's a little treat there.
It's creeping
I
over.
snuck right over there and made a quick contact
Don't you dare.
just to establish things, you know.
Don't you dare. Buddy, it's good to see you. Life is moving fast.
Yeah, it sure is.
I'll
It sure is.
tell you what, dude. We're living in this new building now. And buildings are different.
Yeah, they sure are.
I didn't realize that.
Do you guys have? So, what's different about this one than your old one?
the tone?
Of the people.
The tone of this building is very different.
So yeah, the overall package of the building tone.
Mm-hmm. Our old building, people would bring their little kids down into the sort of lobby and have them play with each other and run around, and there'd be dogs and all kinds of goofy stuff happening, and the doormen were sort of very familiar and chill, and they'd come out and pat your dog and give him a treat and stuff like that. And then, like one time at my old building, we were joking about how, because he had helped us get rid of some trash or things we need, big items we needed to get rid of. And I watched how I think it was him he helped us get rid of a Christmas tree. And he wrapped it up really quickly and dragged it out, and he had a very good process for it. And I was like, well, I guess I know who I'm calling if I ever need to get rid of a body. And we laughed. And then he actually started giving me tips on how and where to dispose of a body. And this is our building super. And I'm like, I was kidding, dude. But these are super detailed instructions that you're providing me. And he sounded like he'd be up. He's like, I got you.
Couple bucks.
That was
You
the
are
old
close
building.
to the river.
What's the going rate for disposing of a body, dude?
That's a good question.
It's got to be a lot. And if it's less than we think, then that's a shame.
It's such a risk for the
Yeah.
disposers.
It has to be like 100,000 minimum.
And you don't want to deal. You don't want some
You
guy.
don't want to deal.
You don't want to deal on that.
You don't want to deal.
No.
The thing that's funny, bro, in every movie where something like this, there's always one guy who no one vouches for. Like there's the two guys and then the third guy who you know him? Like on the day of the operation,
Uh-huh.
and that you don't want that.
And what's that guy? That guy's the guy that gets them all in trouble?
That's the guy who does something insane. That guy shoots a cop in the head.
Oh, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
Yeah, he kills the cop quickly.
That guy's bad for the operation, man.
Really bad. He's
You
a loose cannon. Well, anyway, new building. We love it.
know, new bodies.
We're so happy to be there, but I would say that it is formal. It's formal.
Are there older people in the building?
It's definitely older. Everyone's very nice as well. People are very private. I have introduced myself to a lot of people,
And they're weird.
and nobody's kind of meeting my exuberance. Nobody's meeting my exuberance. People are almost a little bit kind of put off, it would seem, by how forward and kind and trying to make friends.
Yeah, you had friends in the building.
We had a lot of friends in our
That's
old
kind of
building.
crazy to me. Yeah, my building, I don't have really any friends in. And our neighbor, I had my longest conversation I've ever had with our direct next door neighbor, and we're moving in a week. It was in the hallway. I felt like I was being a little invasive, but I was like, "Hey, man, I can't help but notice that I've been hearing the sounds of Breath of the Wild coming through your door. Have you been playing?" And he's like, "Yeah, I have been. He's like, it's pretty good. He's like, but I just finished. I'm a big Dark Souls fan.
What is this? What are we talking about?
This is Zelda.
Oh, they're
Zelda
video
was the
games.
original thing. Yeah, Dark Souls. He's like, and I've heard of Dark Souls, and I've heard that it's hard. I've never played it, but I had that, so I was like, oh, Dark Souls is like similar but way harder. And he was like, yeah. He's like, I kind of wish Breath of the Wild wasn't so easy. And I was like, yeah, no, I hear you. It was like 1:00 in the morning, and I was like, all right, well, see you later. Like,
can you guys play together?
it's not really a play together game. He also only wears a mask in the building still. This guy. So it's harder. It's a little bit of a barrier.
Yeah, there is a barrier.
He's a nice guy though. And I'm impressed by him because Breath of the Wild was not easy for me.
He said it was too easy?
For him, it was too easy.
Ooh, that's daunting.
My brother even said Dark Souls is so hard that it can be frustrating. He stops. But this guy was not.
Yeah, he must be
this guy's a next level gamer.
Serious gamer.
Yeah.
I got posterized by a 12-year-old in my building.
Oh, sick.
In your new building?
Yeah, I got dunked on, and so hard that I walked out of the elevator shaking my head and laughing to myself.
What did he do?
All right, ready for this? So I get in the elevator, and I'm being really, I'm like, oh, a kid. I'm good with kids. I love kids.
Here comes Uncle Fred.
I haven't been able to connect with the adults in this building, but maybe this kid and he'll be like, oh, you also like skateboarding? Cool. Whatever. And so I'm talking to him and introduce myself, try to crack a couple of jokes. And, he's a little shy. And then I hit our number on our elevator and I go, what number are you? And there are 3 like elite penthouses in our building. And he goes, oh, it's you need the key.
Oh.
And he put the key in and turned it. After me being like, what number are you? And he's like, it's one of the ones that opens directly into the apartment.
And then he's like, hey man, my dad always says keep working hard.
Yeah.
Gets off the elevator.
Yeah. Someday you'll have a key.
Someday, pal.
I was like, legend. What a legend.
He'd be like, hey, listen, man, I'm a little behind in my algebra too. If you wanted, you could make a couple extra bucks, My dad will pay whatever you want.
Oh, man. I don't think this kid needed help. He seemed really smart. He seemed like he was really cool. I like this kid. And so that was cool. And then, otherwise, we're just sort of settling in. Things are kind of finding places for stuff and dumping stuff. I got rid of some funky stuff, man. Remember the hockey stick that I got at the game?
Yeah.
I had to get rid of that.
Yeah,
Did you sell it at least?
No. Just gave it away. I hope that finds a good home. I hope whoever gets it knows that it was a real stick from a really good hockey player.
There's no way, right?
It says his name on it.
Oh, that's sick.
It has the tape at the top with his number.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
In marker on it.
That's sick. Good spring cleaning's good for the soul, man.
I guess so.
So you reminded me of something. You wanted to connect with the children in the building.
Yep.
I would argue you were successful. This kid seemed like he was modest.
Yeah.
Checking his privilege.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, he was chill. Shout out to all the guys out there, I guess men and women, who you go to a party with adults and you immediately try to find the kids and chill with them. Not in a weird way.
That's me.
That's a good person to be. It's a good time. Shout out to my man William Boylan, R.I.P. He was a good family friend. They used to come over, and I remember him immediately coming downstairs to chill with us. He would hit the kids' snacks, be like, what are you guys watching? He'd hang out. This guy was the man. He's a great dude.
I like that.
I have fond memories of him coming downstairs to the kids' area.
What happened to him?
I think he passed away recently. I think he may have had cancer.
Oh, no.
Long battle. He was a great guy, so shout out. But it reminded me of that.
Gotcha.
Good to stay youthful.
Yeah, I like the kids.
Oh,
it's simpler. It's simpler. But boy, they're a tough audience sometimes.
They can be.
It's tough to make them laugh.
They can be tough.
Because it's like they've been trained not to connect with you. Because that you're a threat.
Because it's weird. You're a stranger.
Yeah, there's so much. Don't show adults that you like them. It's like, well, maybe teach your kids to have discretion.
Discretion
about
is good.
Which adults they can like. If I walk in with a wife and, I'm wearing cool clothes and stuff, pretty safe assumption.
Yeah. it's not going to be a like Jared from Subway situation.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I
You know,
don't.
like
Yeah.
coercive duo.
Do I look like I need to abuse children?
I don't know that it's a thing that you need. I think that most people who do it don't want to do it. That's what's so complicated about it. They just can't help it, dude.
You think?
They like need to feed.
Yeah, but like,
It's fucked up, dude.
I'm like
It's like vampires.
I don't know. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true, right? Because R. Kelly.
Ryan's love.
R. Kelly was a handsome guy. Is a handsome guy, and was probably had his women all over him, and so then he just chose that. So because right, I was gonna say I thought maybe it was like I can't get adult people, so.
So here's my question. Can we look up, Ryan, specifically what a pedophile is? Because to me, there's like different tiers of it that are worse or better.
So you want just the basic definition?
Yes.
A person who is sexually attracted to children.
So is a child, in my mind, is somebody who's younger than, puberty.
Yeah.
Right? So like R. Kelly was like preteens. That's obviously terrible. But like, is he a pedophile? Is he classified as a pedophile?
I mean,
are we calling him that?
I almost think that at this point, pedophile applies to anybody that tries to have relations
Anybody
with
underage?
anyone underage.
Yeah.
Am I wrong about that?
You might be right, but to me, like a guy who like diddles 3-year-olds is way worse than
for sure.
a person who does it to 14-year-olds, even though that's bad too. I'm just saying.
I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying. I guess we often hear more that when it's people that are trying to have relations with, let's say, 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, you hear the word predator more than you do pedophile, which to me invokes true children being preyed upon.
Right. Yeah, I guess they're like both extremely terrible in their own unique way.
But I don't think anyone would disagree that someone who preys upon 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds is that they're much worse than somebody who, I guess, is trying to hook up with 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds.
So I found hebephilia is when people are attracted to children aged 11 to 14. Pedophilia is 11 and under.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. That makes sense.
But I do think it does get the blanket term pedophilia.
Yeah.
Regardless if they're underage.
Which, don't be doing that, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that.
Bad business.
That's really bad.
Bad business.
Dude, okay, so I was thinking about you the other day because I was thinking about the karmic reversion to the mean.
Okay.
I had a series of decent things happen to myself.
You're in trouble.
And I found myself worrying.
Yeah, you're due.
But then I thought this, and it made me feel good. And it was, well, what about all the times where terrible shit happened to me? Maybe this is the reversion from that. Perhaps. You're quick to forget about. It's a little bit of a hack, at least from worrying.
Yeah, and also you should, if you truly subscribe to the karmic reversion to the mean, then when you're in times of shittiness, you should think at some point soon my luck is going to change.
Correct.
This is all clouds and darkness and
it will get better.
Terrible times, but I will receive hopefully an opposite karmic reversion to the mean in the form of good times soon, hopefully.
Yeah, agreed.
So that's a positive way to look at it, Julio.
Well, dude, you should feel good about the fact that you have finished moving. You have finished as I've about to fully begin. It appears that we found an apartment.
Ooh.
Let's go.
We're preparing to, begin the whole process. First of all, dude, I got to say, an apartment leasing broker, is there a more worthless job on the planet? The idea that I need to pay somebody that much money for just standing in the apartment and letting me in. A lot of the time, they're not even there. FaceTime me. Are you out of your mind? You want to get $10,000 now?
Well,
for FaceTiming?
How are they supposed to make their money?
The job shouldn't exist, dude. It's a stupid job that shouldn't exist.
You think the owner should be the one showing you the apartment?
Sure. I don't know. Like, it just seems to me that a company could come around that would be like, we'll virtually show your apartments for you and the fee will be $300. And it'll make all those people who have worthless jobs like find something else to do.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we've had some brokers that were lovely, and I understand selling an apartment. I understand the broker for that. I understand selling shit and needing a broker. I get all the value there. Rental apartment, even for leasing a commercial space, I understand the broker. But why do I need a broker to rent an apartment? I just don't get it. And I'm sure I'm going to get angry messages about this. But dude, listen to this. Okay, I'm specifically upset about this one guy. I call him. And dude, the thing too, a lot of the times they're fucking shysters. I call him like, hey, what's up? I'm calling about like 200 whatever Avenue. And he's like, you mean the spacious 1-bedroom? I'm like, dude, I'm going to fucking knock Yes, I mean the spacious 1-bedroom, you fucking turkey. We show up to the apartment, bro. If they're showing one apartment, we show up, the broker's not there, but guess who is there? 6 other couples.
Oh,
now we're just waiting together to go see the same apartment. He's a half an hour late. And then he's been calling me every day since. Dude, what is wrong with you? You weren't even there. And he comes, he brings us all up at the same time. He herded us in. The people were living in the apartment too. It was the worst.
And that's the one you want?
No, fuck no.
Oh, okay.
What a terrible, like, just from the vibes alone, I didn't want the apartment.
Right.
Based on all that. And like, you're going to argue with me that guy deserves to get 15% of the annual rent? Get out of here, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a bullshit job.
Right.
They've gotten greedy. And it's going in the wrong direction in this city, I'll tell you, dude.
Yeah, but it's funny, dude. I mean, a lot of the time you can fight for a lower broker fee or no broker fee.
Yeah.
A lot of apartments are listed as no fee.
I know.
And then I think the seller bakes in some kind of cost that they will then pay the agent, whoever has it. You know?
Yeah. We're not that good at that. Like, we can sort of be, but like,
you can select no fee apartments.
Yeah, but dude, the one we're moving into happens to have a fee. The broker's lovely. It's fine. Whatever.
Look, you got to think of it this way. If you end up living in this new apartment for at least 2 years, if not more, that broker fee amortizes into the rent, and the longer you live there, the less it stings.
True. But I refuse. If somebody asks me how much I pay in rent, and it's a person I'm comfortable sharing with, I refuse to give a number that does not include the annualized broker fee baked into the bottom line.
Well, why? What does that give you?
It gives me fuck you broker fee. This is how much my rent is because I had to pay you thousands of dollars for sitting there for 8 seconds.
I see.
Are
you readjusting that math each?
Yeah. I've adjusted it for the monthly total. I did it on the walk over.
So someone's like, what are you paying rent? And you're like, well, this year it'll be $4,278.16. Next year, if we're there again,
I'll round up or down from the cents. But dude, yeah, and if we renew, I will include what that was across the following 12 months. Based on the fact that we had already paid it the first 12 as well.
I like that. I don't mind that.
Dude.
I don't mind that you're taking out your spite in mathematical accuracy to those who nosily ask about your rent. Which, by the way, is it seems distinctly New York to me. I'm sure it's not, but that so many people have the gall to say, do you mind if I ask how much you pay in rent? That's a very galling question. And everyone asks it here.
Not everyone asks it.
A lot of people do.
A lot of people ask it.
I got asked that in Atlanta by an Uber driver.
What?
Asked me how much I pay in rent in New York City.
I'll tell you what, that's not as bad as the person who walks in and looks around and is just
oh
like,
my God.
So how much you guys paying for this joint?
Yeah, that's worse.
That's much worse.
Yeah, that's
At least
worse.
the Uber guy has never seen your place. He just heard it's expensive up there and wants to know. Fucking chatty.
Problem is,
drivers.
I say that, and yet I know I have asked that question a lot too.
I don't think it's like necessarily an offensive question, but like not. But I have noticed that like some people are more likely to ask it than others.
Yeah.
I feel like you and I can like talk about that. I don't think it's like a weird thing for us.
No, it's because right. It's not a dick measuring contest. It's a value assessment and yeah, exactly.
So okay, sorry to continue harping on about this, but like a broker might be like, well, who's going to list it? What do you mean? I know you guys use a template.
Yeah.
I know how to put 1,048 square feet. 1 bedroom, 1.5 bathroom.
Who's going to list it? Street Easy is going to list
Yeah,
it.
you're not doing shit.
The database that 100% of people use when they're searching for an apartment to rent.
Right.
That's who's going to list it.
Yeah.
Well, gee, after a long day of arguing, nothing will help us bury that hatchet better.
Were we arguing?
No, I don't think so.
It's good to have hot takes.
Hot takes. Ooh, simmering. Nice to cool those flames down with a delicious calm from Hangover.
Dude, I had a night and a half. On Friday night, I believe, I did a late show. I get home, I'm like pretty wound up. Hill is like barely hanging on to consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
I get in bed with her for a second, give her a little snuggle.
Nice.
Our teddy bears are in the bed.
Good.
And I realize I'm a bit restless.
Hmm.
Head out into the main room.
Hmm.
I hear the Hangobies calling my name, and I just start making cocktails for myself.
Whoa.
By myself on the couch, stay up till like 3:45 in the morning.
Nice.
Doing absolutely nothing, but the Hangobies were whistling to me from the fridge like the sirens of the sea.
They do that. They'll do that. They'll call your name.
Big ice cubes and a healthy accompaniment of tequila. And Hillary comes out in the morning. She looks in the recycling. She goes, "Oh, you finished the tequila last night?"
Mm-hmm.
And she just like couldn't understand how that was possible. Last she knew, I was holding on to her hip as we fell to sleep.
Right.
Apparently, I slept walk over to the
Wow.
fridge.
How'd you do? Did you wake up feeling okay?
Yeah, because I only had like 2 or 3. They're pretty stiff, but if you don't pack the volume on, I tend to find that I feel pretty good in the morning.
Yeah, nice.
Maybe it was the hangover. Who knows?
Could
dude?
be. We all know they go really well with cocktails, but they're also wonderful recovery beverages. For me, the calm is one thing that really will help me to slow the hamster wheel inside my brain after a long day of fussing and fretting.
Yeah.
That's what I like it for. It's got elderberry, tart cherry, and chamomile, 3 horsemen of good sleep.
That's right. It's giving lobotomy, dude. You can't even think after you drink one of these. No, you can't be stressed out. You just won't think about anything.
No, it'll calm you down. By the way, it does not have the same effect as having a lobotomy. Let's just be clear about that. We love the Hangobies so much. The Essential, absolutely delicious. That'll kickstart your day. The Wake, same deal. This is the Calm we love. And right now you guys can get those. Buy a case or 2. Buy a few cases online. Hangobi.com, HANGOBI.com. Use promo code Oops I'm Hung, 30% off. No apostrophe in Oops I'm Hung. Oops I'm Hung, 30% off. Hangobi.com. We saw our apartment and nobody had seen it really yet. It had been listed for a number that was, I guess, way too high, and they hadn't rented it for 6 months, but they didn't really seem to care. And then they dropped the price substantially to a reasonable number, and then people started coming. But like, we were the first people to make an offer. Another couple made an offer. We had to outbid them a little bit, but wasn't that hard. And then we got it. It was like
Nice.
a very simple process for us. And we're thrilled, dude. Our place now is much cozier. There's a lot more kind of warmth and home and hearth, even though there is no hearth.
What is hearth?
Hearth, I think, is legitimately a fireplace.
Hearth.
Yeah.
Is that HEARTH?
Correct.
The
Hearth.
floor of a fireplace.
Okay.
Hearth. It's crazy.
Yeah. So,
Hearth.
yeah.
The hearth.
Bro, I'm sleeping better. We got a new mattress.
Nice.
Sleeping pretty well.
Nice, dude.
Excited about that. And then the view. We have an amazing view, and
What floor is it?
The 12th floor. But there's a building not too far away that is all glass, and they can see us and we can see them. And I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't care about being naked to them.
Mm-hmm.
Am I supposed to care?
Nope. You might be asking the wrong guy, but I do not think you should care at all. Fuck that.
Did you know that, maybe you told me this, in New York City, it's completely legal to be naked in your apartment?
We
in
said,
plain view
we
of
said that on
someone
the
else?
podcast.
You guys said that?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Look at me just regurgitating facts that I was told by you guys.
No, but dude, I've been naked in front, like with a man standing
Yeah, that's
3
when it
feet
came
away from
up.
you.
Yeah.
House
This is
all the
a
time.
construction
But you
guy.
were
Scaffolding never came down. Remember when I said that? Never came down. Good luck selling the apartment, dude. Never came down. Unbelievable.
uh-huh.
So insane.
What's the gentleman's agreement between me and whoever lives in the top? This one apartment can definitely see us, and it's a guy and his family.
Bro,
What's our agreement, he and I?
there isn't one. There's no agreement. Do whatever the fuck you want. Smoke crack if you want, dude. In front of with his children watching.
I mean, I'm not going to be like, bending
Sick of this
over
city, dude.
and pretending to talk like Ace Ventura out of my butthole at him.
Cornholio.
But I'm definitely I don't want to be horned up.
If you
in
see
front
a
of him.
little kid, bro, feel free to cover up. But like, you're in your house, bro. You shouldn't be paying attention to what's going on outside.
Right.
Fuck it. Like enough of this shit. You already have enough. You're getting enough scorn from,
Right. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, dude, we are going up in price fairly significantly.
Ooh.
What's significant actually? What percentage of a raise?
20%?
Okay, yeah, we're going up significantly. It is what it is,
You'll be fine. You're making more money. Let me say something, dude. It's motivating. People say it's either, a lot of people will say, oh, well, the more you increase the cost of your living, the more pressure you feel. Yeah. Pressure makes me work harder.
Yeah.
We'll backfill.
Yeah.
We'll fill in the holes. I have 1,000 financial holes dug right now, and I am just shoveling money into each one of them. I haven't
a mass grave of your finances.
I've exactly. I've dug myself a mass grave, a swimming and a natural in-ground swimming pool that I have to fill Scrooge McDuck style.
Yeah.
With money, and yet I don't get to dive into it. We're just going to cover that over with
Keep
peat
it going.
and moss, and then forget it ever existed.
Yeah, it's a bummer, dude.
We are backfilling financially.
Yeah, it's crazy. When does it ever end?
It just doesn't. But man, I'll tell you, I get excited about buying new furniture for deals. I get excited about deals, man.
Deals are good.
Because we go to these outlets and they sell furniture that has a tiny little fucked up thing in it that we don't care.
Mm-hmm.
We bought this dining room table. It's a sick table, marble table, and it was like so insanely priced, and it had a sticker on it, a red thing that was like "Ask us," and we asked, and it was $8,000 less than what the list price was.
Oh my God, what was wrong with it?
There's a tiny little chunk of it that had been nicked off somehow.
Oh, dude.
I'm telling you, barely
There's
discernible.
some paper mache in there, dude.
Yeah. I think you can get someone who's good with marble to come in and fill it, but we don't care.
And it gives it a little character.
Little character.
Acts as if it's been worn.
That's it.
Okay, so dude, we have some like quality emails. Thank you guys for continuing to send. We read them all. We have some good ones, and we like to get into some of them.
Yeah.
So
Emails.
this one's called "She Touched My Thermostat."
Ooh.
Dear G and Francis, I need your counsel on the following situation. I've been dating a girl for 3 weeks. Recently, she decided to spend the night at my place. The night of the sleepover was only the second time she had been to my apartment, but gave the impression that she really enjoyed my place and felt at home. I'm pretty easygoing and always have a, quote, make yourself at home attitude when people are over. However, just before bed, she went over to my thermostat and cranked the heater. She did not ask me if she could crank the heat, nor did she ask me if I was hot. I thought this was very strange to touch someone's thermostat without asking or mentioning that you are cold. I generally keep my apartment at a warm temperature. Thermostat's usually right around 72 in the winter. This was bizarre, and I felt like it was kind of selfish on her part. I believe that it's not her place, and she should ask me. I asked a bunch of friends, I always ask friends or family if it's okay to open a window or turn on the heat. Am I overreacting? My guy friends are divided on the topic. Need your input.
Look, it's not weird that she would want to turn the heat up. That you have to expect.
Yeah.
But the fact that she didn't, as she did it, turn and said, "Hey, I'm a little chilly. Would you mind if I? Do you mind if I? Is it all right if I?
Yeah.
Do you mind? Is this okay? Just a couple notches?"
Or she's like, I'm really cold.
Yeah, whatever. Be cute about it. Exactly. And just did it. Like, just did it.
Chris had taken a nice big sip of kombucha right aside.
Make me throw up.
The fact she did it without asking is forget protocol. As soon as you start getting into, is that her place or can she? That's a tricky argument.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't be an asshole about it. Judge her for it. Judge her character. This is a woman who would, let's put her in a different time. She's a settler on settling the West.
Mm-hmm.
That woman hates the Native Americans.
Dude, where is this going?
She's going. She doesn't think. She doesn't care about other people. She thinks this is my land. This is my house. This belongs to me.
They've settled. They've built a house and they've settled.
They built a cabin.
They're not on the way. I pictured.
They're not on the way. No,
They've
they're
arrived.
building into First People's territory.
Got it.
With no regard for the fact that those people have been there for a lot longer.
Okay.
And she's, being entitled about it. There's a lot of entitlement that comes with that.
Got it.
She colonized his apartment.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She.
I see it.
Glad we got there. She came in to his apartment and she turned up the heat. She changed the infrastructure of his land.
Mm-hmm.
She changed the infrastructure. She might as well have, gone in and just taken a window or just started painting.
Mm-hmm.
She starts painting his apartment. It's the same thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Roughly the same thing without asking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's how I feel about that.
So I have one question. I agree that that maybe is potentially slightly a bit of an overstep. I know people are really sensitive about their thermostats. In fact, one of my friends, in his house, the thermostat kept changing and people work in the house. So somebody put up a sign that was like, do not fucking touch this thermostat, basically.
Wow.
But we found out at some point that the thermostat was automatically resetting.
Oh, interesting.
So they were like, they couldn't understand why somebody kept resetting it. So anyway, that's just to say that I know that people are sensitive about this. I guess I'm not that sensitive about it. But if you are, and if you believe that this is a thing, because what he's saying is true. I'm like, oh, this seems like a reasonable guy. They're pretty new. Is this girl out of your league?
That's interesting.
It's just my question. Because if a girl's out of your league and she's over, you let her do that. But if, you know what I mean? Am I wrong about that?
Well, yeah. I mean, him writing the email makes me think she's not out of his league.
They're even Steven, these two.
They're even Steven, or he's just not even that excited about it, in general. Yeah, I get what you mean, dude. I get what you mean. I
don't know how to bring it up to her, because you're gonna be like, oh, you weren't gonna ask me? That's so weird.
You have to.
You weren't gonna ask me to.
You have to do a passive aggressive joke about it. That's how you got to do it.
I feel like that's a little bit of a beta move though, to be like, oh, I guess you changed the thermostat without asking. I'm just kidding. That's that's weird, dude. Like what would the passive aggressive joke be?
I guess he could go up and after she had done it, go brush his teeth, whatever, and then come back and be like, "Oh, look, some temperature fairy changed the temperature. Not quite my temperature." Mm-hmm.
What if you were like, this thing keeps changing? Why does it keep resetting?
What is this about? Why? Ooh.
That's actually that could work.
Yeah,
you don't, but you have to make sure anytime she does it, you don't notice, and you'd be like, the thermostat keeps changing.
No,
did you change it?
Because then she'd admit it, and the jig is up. Let's say that he just says next time, "Oh, I don't know. That's too hot for me, but I have more blankets. I can give you more blankets if you're cold.
That's good.
Would you like to wear an old varsity soccer sweatshirt of
Hey,
mine.
you want to wear my old sweatshirt?
You want to wear my old sweatshirt? It's heavily worn.
Want to wear my old hoodie?
But I have one that's never been worn by another woman.
In case
This
you're
is
wondering.
Just for you. All the sweat and tears of that Class C state championship run we went on in 2004.
You know what, dude? It doesn't have to be a big deal. I guess you could literally do this. Hey, like, I'm actually hot. Can we, like, figure out a way to, like, figure this out? Because I'm hot.
That's too...
That's kind of also hot of him.
No, you're
being direct.
You're thinking about it as though it's like a reasonable situation. She's already shown that she's not a reasonable person.
I don't know about that.
She's not playing by the
didn't think about
rules.
it. This is what you should do. Be like, hey, just so you know, it's pretty hot in here for my tastes. So I'd like to lower the heat down, but I'd be willing to figure out some other way to make you warm. And after that, I'm gonna make love to you,
bro. Fine, I accept.
Give her the rundown.
I accept that. However, your take was the correct one, which is she has now marked her territory and established a pattern of behavior through one action.
Yeah.
That indicates the type of person she is and will be in your life going forward. We are not over extrapolating here. I truly believe that this woman does what she wants, takes what she wants. When you two are out at a restaurant, she's going to take food off of your plate without asking for a bite.
Oh, God.
She's absolutely going to do that. If her entree is not to her liking, she's going to swap. Maybe without saying anything.
Swap till you drop.
She might even swap the plates. So this is what you have to look forward to. And you have to decide right now.
Is this what I want?
Am I prepared to be a bag boy?
Listen.
To be a lackey? Am I her caddy because she's just that hot? And I am comfortable. Plenty of guys are comfortable being caddies to their women. And there's nothing wrong with that. To being subservient to some degree, to being the beta. And that's fine.
Well, dude, okay. So I just wonder if some people, like, there is some chance that in her experiences, it's not weird to just adjust the thermostat. Because I'll tell you what, dude, I'll come home sometimes. Hillary is just like freezing. I think she must be like she must be like reptilian in some form. Like, I'll come home and it's like, are you trying to like smoke me out of the apartment? It's so hot. But we like debate what the proper.
Right. What's your number?
We have like an old school like crank. Like what are those things called? Radiators?
Yeah, steam kind of.
So I don't know the temperature, but like.
Let's say that you could say a number though. What would
72 sounds pretty good to me.
72.
Is that too hot?
Oh my God, bro! What are you, 90 years old?
I want to walk barefoot if I have to. I like to wear slippers. I like to. I want to be able to wear my slippers and like wear a t-shirt in my apartment.
Yeah.
I don't want to dread transitioning to other parts of the apartment because I'm freezing cold. Dude, that's what my dad does. My dad makes the house so cold that it's virtually unlivable. In the summertime, both in the summer and the winter. Winter doesn't turn on the heat. Summer, the air conditioning is so cold that I wear a jacket sometimes. And I'm not just proving a point. I'm wearing the jacket to show how freezing cold I am. And I don't necessarily lean warm or anything.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I really do. And I'm very lucky, by the way, that my wife also runs hot. And let me tell you something. Being on the same temperature as the person that you are going to spend your life with is not something that you should not overlook. You shouldn't overlook that.
It's a nice thing. It's a nice thing to agree on.
If you two run on the same temperature, that's like being the same religion.
Yeah, in a way.
It's almost that level of kind of, if you weren't, it could be a tough hurdle for us to clear.
Dude, I'll tell you this, because religion can at least be taught. Like, heat needs to be trained for.
Yeah.
Which is potentially more difficult.
Right.
Because you can be like, all right, if you're not Jewish, I'm not marrying you. They'll be like, all right, I'll be Jewish. Like, you can literally make that decision. Obviously, you then need to, like, do things to make that official. But with the temperature, what am I going to do? Send you out into the wild? I'm a 71 guy. You're going to have to go fucking train for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That doesn't seem to be practical.
It's interesting, dude. I'm trying to think. 72 is hot to me. It's hot to me.
What's yours?
I mean, I think we're 67 people.
They say that's the best temperature to sleep at for your metabolism.
67.
Do you know that?
66 for even. I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently that's the best temperature
Interesting.
for your metabolism.
Yeah.
66 is what?
66. If it's really cold out and we don't want to nuke the heat, yeah, we'll have it at 65, 66.
Francis, this is kind of a meta question, but when you play basketball with the Bird Dogs people, do you wear Bird Dog shorts?
100%.
Would it be a bad look if you didn't?
Probably.
Do they all wear them?
Yeah, but again, it's not because we aren't open to wearing other brands. It's just that why would we wear any other shorts? Because the Bird Dogs are the best.
So are you guys all going home to shower before then going to your next thing? Like, do those guys go home to shower and then go to the office?
I think they shower at the office.
Okay, so that's even a better argument to bring Bird Dogs because it's one less piece of clothing you need to bring.
Exactly.
You don't need to bring 2 pairs of underwear now. You only need to bring 1, and the shorts, you just toss them and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, Bird Dog shorts are perfect for playing basketball early in the morning.
With your boys.
With your friends and getting hurt. But you don't have to get hurt. And that's not what always happens when you wear
exactly.
Bird Dogs.
Bird Dogs are also great for coaching from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Which you should be doing.
Or just watching and being safe.
Watching and being safe.
You guys can wear your Bird Dog shorts anywhere, and your pants, and your joggers. They make all kinds of stuff. Get some tees. They're super comfy.
You can be safe or you can be dangerous.
Wear anything they make. It's the best, and it doesn't matter if you're trying to hurt people or not.
Bird Dogs, dude.
Yeah. Bird Dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love them.
Yeah.
We love the Bird Dogs. We really do. BIRDDOGS is how you spell the name of their company. And you can go add a .com on the end of that right now and use promo code OOPS to get a tumbler in which to put your booze, your alcohol, your coffee, whatever.
Whatever you want to drink, no one will be able to see through it.
Yeah, it says I'm temperature for a while. Guys, go to birddogs.com, use promo code OOPS to get that tumbler and get yourself some shorts, pants, or joggers.
Oh, yeah. I am particular about temperature, though. I refuse to play competitive sports of any sort, even if it's recreational, under 70 degrees.
That's a strange thing.
Even if I'm inside.
I asked Julio if he wanted to play tennis with me one time. I was like, it's in a bubble, dude.
No, too
And
cold.
he was like, it's too cold out. And I'm like, yeah, we'll be inside. He's like, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. They're cheapskates with the heat in those bubbles, bro. I grew up playing in those. And I'm freezing fucking cold. 70 degrees, we'll talk. And it's important that I'm saying this out loud because every individual person who I've said that to thinks that I'm dodging them. And now they'll realize that I'm not. People are like, let's play tennis. Come on. I'm like, it's too cold, dude. They're like, oh, it's too cold. It's 68 degrees outside. I'm like, that's too cold.
Interesting.
I'm injured and brittle and old and out of shape. I can't be running around, dude. Be running around. Basketball, the number 1 source of injury in males, 25 to 45.
Is that right?
In the country, yeah.
Yeah, it's like rec sports. I don't
Number
know
one.
basketball specifically.
More than car accidents?
Was it worth it, bro? Is there anything less cute than a guy over competing in recreational basketball? Oh, come on! That is disgusting. That is disgusting behavior.
Buddy,
Lost friends over it.
let me tell you something. I told you this, right? Our pals at Bird Dogs, I love
They go
those
hard,
fucking
6
guys.
a.m.
They play basketball twice a week at 6:30 a.m.
Ugh.
And it's 4-on-4 full court. And they won't invite 2 extra guys to play 5-on-5.
Whoa.
They want the exercise of 4-on-4 full court, which is nuts.
That's crazy.
4-on-4 full court is nuts. And
Are you allowed to like basket hang on the other side?
no, you got to
you-
play defense.
You do hockey rules, icing.
It's intense, and you're playing defense at one end, and fucking, you got plenty of room to cut on the other end,
dude,
offensively.
Jesus Christ.
And the president or the CEO of Bird Dogs, very good friend of mine. I was talking with him after we played one time, and I was like, dude, what are we doing? Because he's older than I am. I'm like, what, I can't do this. I can't, at this age, I cannot risk a torn Achilles or a blown knee that would take at least one surgery, 6 months, 2 months in a boot, rolling around with one leg on one of those weird gurney things, those little like scooter type things.
That you're
Then I
kneeling on.
then I'm on crutches.
Dude, not worth it.
Then I'm on, then I'm hobbling, and tons of rehab, lost mobility. I can't risk that because I do need exercise so much in my life that to not be able to do simple stuff, a 20-minute Peloton ride or a friggin', little easy weights workout would send my mental health spiraling. So I don't want to do contact sports. I don't want to exercise this hard to preserve my ability to exercise under control. And he was like, no, man, as soon as you commit to that mindset, you've given up and you're starting to deteriorate faster. You got to play these sports as long as you can. And I think the next time I played was when I broke both of my fingers.
You get this compelling speech.
Both of these two fingers just had bone shards that came off the knuckle and were so swollen and are still bothering me to this day. And every time they would continue to ask me, hey, want to come play? We're playing tomorrow. We need you. Want to come play? I'd be like, no, I can't. My fingers are still fucked up. And then they started calling me a pussy for it. Yeah.
I remember that.
They're like, it's fucking fingers. It's like, yeah, we're playing basketball.
Yeah. Dude.
I need the fingers. I also play the piano.
Were you throwing down in these games?
No, I didn't have any opportunities.
But you could. You could throw down.
Yeah, I can still throw down. I still feel confident. Although we should probably... I'm probably due for a test.
Yeah.
To see if I can still dunk. I think I can.
I'd love to play in a 2-on-2 tournament together. I think our skills complement each other.
What are we doing, bro?
I know, but
what are we doing?
That's not 5-on-5 full court, dude.
I don't think it matters. We're going to trip on someone's ankle. We're going to go up for a rebound, and someone's going to be too exuberant and cut under us. You're talking broken ribs. Look at the Tom Segura clip.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Just broke every single part of his elbow or whatever.
Yeah, no, you're right. I take it back.
We're not hitting the ground gracefully.
Yeah.
We're not bouncing around. We're not rolling into it. We are splattering.
Dude, yeah, I'm all about preservation, man.
It's preservation.
Real quick.
Tennis, golf.
Yeah, easy
We're
things
fine.
Oh, okay.
So wait, real quick. Have you seen the show Human Playground?
No.
It's on Netflix. It's about like people who push their body to the limit. There's this race in the Sahara Desert that's like, it's like 133 degrees while they're running this race. And like it shows these people doing it. People die during the race.
Yeah.
It's like it's some crazy distance too. I forget how long it is, Ryan, if you could check. It might even be like 500 miles.
Yeah.
And bro, like you see these people just start to like break down and they're like, this woman's on the side of the desert sobbing and her like feet are on fire, her body. And I just can't help but like, I'm all about pushing yourself to the limit, but I'm like, what do you got? Why should I feel bad for you? This is like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, I don't feel bad.
And they try to paint this narrative of like, why? And it's still fascinating and I've enjoyed watching it, but like, it shows all this crazy shit, dude. Yeah. I don't know. It's worth. I'd be curious to see if you enjoyed it.
Okay.
Human Playground.
I got one for you.
Okay.
I was screwing around trying to find something to watch. My wife had gone to bed, and I saw Netflix wanted me to watch this Korean body show.
Korean body show?
It's some kind of, it's almost like Hunger Games, but it's all about body. What is
you
the
mean Squid Games?
Yes, excuse me.
Okay.
Squid Games. But it's a contest. And what's the ideal body type? Ryan, what's the name of this show?
So these people are like, are you allowed to get cosmetic surgery?
No. It's a physical, it's
Physical 100.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh,
Physical
cool.
100. And it had kept being pumped to me on their, whatever their
That's
Discover
pretty funny,
feed.
dude.
They really wanted me to watch it. And so I started watching it. First episode, right? And the contestants are coming out and they've made busts of each of their bodies. So it's find your spot on the floor. And I guess it must be 100 contestants.
Are some of them, are they all in pretty good shape to begin with?
Bro, these people are fucking ripped. But they're ripped in different ways, a lot of them. So you've got an Olympic gymnast who's, 5'4", 140 pounds. but he's cut and can like
Shredded.
hold himself in a handstand forever, right?
For a day.
he won the gold medal at one
Wow.
of the games. So he's like,
wow.
he's known. These are known people in Korea. They have their version of a Navy SEAL.
Mm-hmm.
They have a woman who's a fencer. You know, they have a female bodybuilder. They have all kinds of people, like different bodies, but everyone's really fit in a different way. And so they're just, by the way, these people are coming out, they're introducing their contestants, and they're walking in at like random intervals, and there's 100 of them, and they're giving like a full bio interview kind of background. Look at this person, there they are flexing to each person. And I got through like 8 or 9 of them, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like a
Can we
can
get to some action? Can I watch these people like wrestle or something? They're all just saying hi, being like, "Oh, hello," and
Is it inspiring at least a little?
No, I couldn't get there. But dude, out of nowhere, it's like 8 or 9 Korean people. Out of nowhere, there's just this random white German dude.
I'm Tom.
Who speaks Korean.
Oh, that's always fascinating, dude.
Yeah, and
he speaks perfectly.
And he's like a Instagram influencer, body model type guy on Instagram. And I don't know how he speaks Korean, but he was being way too forward with everyone else.
Oh my god,
this fucking turkey, dude, as you would say. He's such a turkey. And every time someone else comes out, he's like, "Wow, what a body. Like, look at your thighs. I'm so impressed by your thighs," to women and stuff. By the way, the whole show feels really objectifying. It feels like something that could not get made here.
They say the Koreans are vain, dude.
I don't know why.
That's what they say.
I don't know why it's not a problem over there, but everything that was being said and everything that was being pointed out, this whole thing was all about body. And it felt like something from the 1990s. It was just like body types and tropes that we have distanced ourselves from. Not a, this is what you should look like.
Body positivity.
It wasn't. It
was. You're all disgusting.
Maybe I didn't.
This is what you should
maybe
look
I
like.
didn't watch it long enough, but everyone was like,
yeah,
pretty cut up. So I don't know. Take a look at that. Just tell me. It's something I want you to watch so that you can tell me
if experiment
something 100.
Human 100.
Cool.
I got so bored of that I flicked on the volcano documentary.
Oh yeah.
About the one in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is.
There's a lot of volcano content coming out. There's a best documentary that I watched that was about volcanoes.
This shit was fucking horrific, man.
It was in. Oh yeah.
They go to the volcano and it erupts, and they're just getting burned alive by steam, and it is really horrific. And I don't know why I watched that for an hour and 15 minutes, and I don't know why I did, because they pretty quickly they start talking about how their like skin is just coming off.
God. Well, I learned. Well, I know we gotta wrap it up soon, but the Fire of Love is this documentary about these 2 geologists or whatever, volcano explorers, who died in a volcano together. And I learned a lot about volcanoes that I didn't know, which was kind of interesting. If you like volcanoes, I recommend it. If you don't,
that's all
I got.
This one was nuts, man. I thought you had watched it.
I watched Fire of Love, which is about volcanoes. But I've been noticing that for some reason there's a ton of volcano content.
Interesting.
But red volcanoes are the gentle ones, apparently. But like the ones that are the gray ones are the ones where the plates collide and explode. And the red is the plates spreading apart. So they're not like devastating the way.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
They didn't teach us any of that in this one. This was just like this
death and suffering.
I mean, yeah, it felt like the people that had set up tours to this volcano were the most irresponsible people on earth. To me, it was as because this is an active volcano and it erupts like every 3 years.
Right, it's crazy.
That's
yeah, and they know like when they're gonna erupt roughly, just not the exact moment.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway,
Ryan, what do you got?
Facts with Ryan. Facts with Ryan.
He's a lion.
We're not dying. Facts with Ryan.
So the Human Playground show, that race is the Sahara race. It's 156 miles long, and it takes about 6 days to complete.
And it's like 133 degrees Fahrenheit and shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Jeez.
Average broker fee in New York City is up to 15% of the annual rent, which is disgusting.
It's disgusting.
That's tough.
And then as for hitmen and disposing bodies, this one was tough to find. So I didn't get quite the answer.
Thank God, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
I want to
clear my
VPN
history
for that
again.
one. Yeah.
So I Googled how much does it cost to dispose a body. Got nothing accurate there. Where's the best place to dispose a body? Nothing there. So then I looked at rates just for hitmen in general because I couldn't find a price for that specifically. So on Reddit, someone said that hitmen do exist, but for a hitman to charge millions of dollars per contract, they not only have to be a 1%er in the industry, but they have to be the king of the 1%ers. So think about like what you see in the movies.
So it's like the best hitman that exists.
The best of the best.
Hey, man, peace of mind.
Yeah.
Can't put a price on peace of mind.
A
No.
low-level hitman can charge anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 per hit. An average hitman would cost $30,000 to $50,000, and a high-level hitman. This all depends on like who you're killing. I saw on one forum it was like this one person said, well, they typically charge $500 to kill a nobody. So it's a very big range.
Oh,
a
man.
high-level hitman's contract's going to cost around $100,000 or more.
So that's interesting. So it differs based on how prominent the target is as well.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And it also said
No one's going to miss him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also read
$50.
it's not as glamorous. They could just be anybody, kind of like Mike from Breaking Bad, just like anybody that you'd see on the street. They're not this like not wearing suits and everything like
Right.
that.
Dude, let me tell you
It's a
something.
dirty job.
I think that if I wanted to kill somebody and I started the process of trying to find a hitman,
Hitman?
the odds that I would end up on a phone call with an FBI operative posing as a hitman, 95%. Because
Oh, yeah.
That happens.
it
You would
would
somehow
become
be
a
in the
sting
sting,
operation.
yeah.
I don't know anybody who could know somebody who might know a guy that would help me do this discreetly.
Yeah.
I don't know a single person. I don't know who in the criminal underworld or who, as far as I know, the best I could do is probably someone who's a hunter, an avid hunter in
Like
Maine,
a Maine person. right.
Maine person
Mhm.
who maybe would be like, well, I don't normally kill people, but I've got the equipment.
He's like, yeah, just strap ankle weights on him, throw him in the Mariana Trench.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember seeing a YouTube video of a woman getting caught in the middle of a sting operation, and it was the entire news segment's entire piece for the night. I also read in Dallas that a mother and daughter they thought they were paying $25,000 to a hitman to kill their father so they could collect the insurance money,
Jesus.
and it was a sting.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The best nighttime bedroom temperature is 65 degrees.
Mm.
Which is the average best in America. And then the little scooter for rehab that you're referring to is called the Knee Rover. It's a steerable economy knee scooter with dual braking operating systems included. Around $120.
Ryan, thank you as always.
That's Ryan, everybody.
Chris, what do you got coming up?
Let's see here. I'm gonna be in Long Beach, Long Island, at the Beach House on February 25th. That's Saturday night. Hope to see you guys there. Tickets are almost gone for that. So francisellis.com. Then it's on to Minneapolis, House of Comedy, March 10th weekend. And then we also go down to Austin, and we're on to Chicago and Dallas and San Francisco and Buffalo we've added. So, and finally, Charlestown, West Virginia. Me and Lil Sass are bringing Fran Squatch to the casino, the Penn Casino down there, Charlestown, West Virginia. That'll be May 12th. Sorry. Tickets at francisellis.com. Thanks, guys.
March 2nd, I'm at New York Comedy Club in Stamford, Connecticut. That's going to be a great show. Shout out to all my Connecticut people. Would love to see you there. Really looking forward to that one. And then March 3rd to 5th, I'm at the DC Improv, Washington, D.C. got a bunch of stuff coming up in April and then through the summer. You can check out my website, notjulio.com. I'm adding like 6 or 7 cities. I'm going to be in Austin, Seattle, Detroit, New Jersey, all over the place. And I'll make a bigger announcement when I have all the links up and stuff. But looking forward to all that. So look forward to seeing some shows.